Magnum Nutraceuticals is the official supplement partner of wellness in the multiverse. They are the only supplements I trust because everything is done with integrity. Not to mention, the formulas are backed by science and they only use the highest quality ingredients. Whether you're looking for 100% isolate protein powder, your favorite daily vitamin performance pack, or a complete pre-workout, Magnum has it covered. Shop Magnum at magnumsoup.com and use my code JOEGAGNI to save. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. This one is a bit special. There's nothing of big values of like fitness and all of that. I just wanted to talk about something that I care a lot about, and which is, the comic books and a bit of my story and how I got into that world and how I, got motivated by them. Because motivation is a thing that for me does not really exist. I've explained that in the past in another podcast. It's called Motivated Like Captain America. You can check it out. The point is, for me, I got my spark to work out and all of that through superheroes and through stories that I read. And I just want to share with you guys some of those that I like a lot and that started me on that crazy journey that now has way too much space in my garage. So first off, the first one I bought, actually I bought two at the same time. Unfortunately, I just did not find the Flash Rebirth at home. I don't know where it is. I just need to check it out. But that's the Green Lantern Rebirth. And I bought it at the same time as the Flash Rebirth. Those are the two from Jeff Jones that started it all. And I loved the story, obviously, because if I didn't, well, I would have stopped buying them at that point. It's in that story that I got to meet, obviously Hal Jordan and everyone around him, Sinestro. They build up to, the yellow power rings and all of this. I got to discover Oa, which is the planet they go to. I got to see the core. I got to see the Oath. And read about the oath that they take in Brightest Day and Blackest Night. No evil shall escape my sight. You know that one. Not gonna repeat that, but I know in my heart. I know I'm crazy like this. So yeah, great story, great fun. I got to see the physicality of Hal Jordan, his size. Just look at the cover. They're all very fit. They're all very broad shoulders, big biceps. So obviously that got me going a bit into wanting to fly, to do better. And he's fighting fear into all of this one, and that also was fun for me. So yeah, this one was great. Loved it. I recommend you guys go check it out. It's a very fun one. One that he made a movie about very recently that I'm not too sure, honestly, about the movie, but the book was great. The book is one of the best one I've read. You need to read that. If you saw the most recent Flash movie and you liked it, awesome. Go check this out because you'll love that. It's Flashpoint. It's Jeff Jones. If you saw the movie and you did not like it, still check this one because that is just a lot of fun. It's a story of relentlessness in this one, and I just loved in this. Sure, he goes back in. I'm not going to spoil everything, but he goes back in time to kind of save his mother. And then when he comes back to his timeline, well, everything is changed. Batman is no longer Batman. He still exists, but it's kind of his dad that now is. The Joker is now the mother. So there's a lot of stuff that he changed just by, saving one person, his mother. But as he goes back into his timeline, he kind of loses his power too. In the story, just the thing he has to do to have his powers back. You see, how important it is for him to kind of fix his mistakes. So, owning your mistakes, all of that. Guys, these stories have a lot of stuff in there. They're not just, heroes beating on each other. Obviously, that is all fun. But sometimes when you go a bit deeper in them, they are much more fun than that. And the Flashpoint was one. Earth 1, that's volume 3. I took volume 3 because I saw volume 3 before I bought the volume 1, just because of the cover. I mean, come on, he like massive shoulders, crazy chest, looks a bit beat up, but a bit insane. Very, very great story. You can read it, obviously. This one is more Superman starting out as Superman. He first gets into Metropolis. He kind of discovers his powers, figuring out, who's around him, who's not, trusting people, his identity, all of this. So for that, this is very good. But if you've seen the Man of Steel movie, this is based on that. I would bet that Zack Snyder just took those pages and loved it and was like, that's what I'm going to do. Because when you read the book 1, the storyline and everything that's into it is very similar. Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff that have changed for the sake of the movies and, all that cinematic stuff and keeping the story different, but it's pretty much the same. It's Jor-El. No, I don't believe it's Jor-El. Sorry. I'm blanking, but I remember it's like an alien invasion. Basically, they want to take on the world and fix it to their own, life and for their living. And then Superman has to come in and beat the crap out of him. So, which is very similar to the Man of Steel movie. So, yeah, again, this one is great just for that beginning. And this one just came into my life at a point where I did not know too much what I wanted to do with my life in general. This is not the job I had at the time. It was very different. Everything was very different. So this just came at the right time for me that I read this to, see that I'm not alone, who has to figure these things out and kind of in search of who he is and what he has to do and the bigger self and all of that. So that story was great. The other two I have are just some kind of nice stories to read if you ever want to read some. So Jeff Jones everywhere for me. I feel like it. So Brightest Day and Blackest Night, just great stories overall if you want to read that. And also Batman Hush. If you never read Batman Hush, you really need to check it out. Great story, great physicality of Batman, the size of him in that story, everything he has, to do. There's a big backstory with a friend and he drops off a building, he gets injured. Then he has to come back and fight that. So those story guides for me are, there's just some of them here that I've read like years ago. I don't know them by heart. It's not like I don't always read them over and over again. When I can, I do, but I have so many that I need to read that this is, that I don't have a lot of time to go back and read them. But somehow there's a bunch of stories into all of these. And for me, it's comic books. That's for me. I also love movies and TV series and all of this, but for me, it's mostly comic books. For you, it could be, just people you follow. It could be movies. It could be books you read. It doesn't have to be comic books, but just could be books. Sometimes these things just get into a place in our life that when we read it at the time, we get things out of it that are very useful for us, that make us, feel somehow invincible in a way, and also makes us see that we're not alone into all of this, and those struggles are kind of universal. So I've read many, many, many stories. The most recent one of Superman that I've read that is very great, Superman Lost. It's a good one. You should check it out. Again, I think I'm just reading that, and it just fits into some place that I'm at the moment, and it's just how and why it resonates with me. This is just a little backstory on some of the book that got me going, that got me to, go from skinny to where I am today because of that motivation, that, external drive of those superheroes and those, stories that I read that kind of guided me along the way into these morals as well, into them trying to be the bigger person, trying to make things happen for myself or for other people. So those are just some stories I've read. Again, let me know what you like. Let me know what you guys read that you love that kind of fits into all of that, into your bigger story because you read it at the right time. This is all just fun. So hope you liked it. It was a quick one. This is just like a quick backstory on me. Again, guys, these things grows slowly but surely because of my relentlessness. That's how we do it. So it just grows slowly but surely with you guys. So share it, like it, comment it, do whatever you want with it. Rewatch it. I don't see why you would rewatch that. But still, promise you the next one will be more value driven. But for now, just wanted to take you down memory lanes. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to know more about how I can help you make fitness a sustainable lifestyle, you can reach out to me on any social media platform at Joe Gagné Trainer. Thanks again. Till next time.